AgostoAllElite Productions. Anyway, let's review with Dynamite.
All right, we had a very strong match card going into this, by the way.
Yeah.
Opening up the show though, we had Scorpio Sky defending his TNT Championship against Wardlow. What is your thoughts on this?
My thoughts on this match: it was a pretty good match. It got over Wardlow. Wardlow got his title win. Like, he got the match won. We all thought the interference from Scorpio Sky and his little crew members was going to cause interference, but no. Wardlow beat Scorpio Sky for the title, and going forward for this, there's something planned for Wardlow with the TNT Championship. But more to this, that even though Scorpio Sky did lose, and his reigns were lackluster. Two of them were pretty much lackluster. It didn't help them. So what's next for Scorpio Sky?
Yeah, I don't know where Scorpio, Ethan, and America God Team or Men of the Year, whatever they call themselves. I don't know where they go from here, but it's a really good win for Wardlow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And let's hope he changes that belt design, not have the Lakers title.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good match.
Mm-hmm. All right. What was next?
After this match, man, real quickly though, one more thing to add to the match though. Wardlow, he looks so strong in the match. You can tell that he's going to be a future franchise in AEW. Not just the TNT Championship, but the World Championship as well. You can just tell.
Yeah. I probably tell. Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, there's something lining up for him in the future.
The opening match, we get to what I thought was really the best part of the night. Christian Cage coming out with Luchasaurus. This was amazing. The promo that Christian Cage took, I personally loved it. He went off on Matt Hardy. Oh, by the way, Matt Hardy came out. I think they're setting up Christian versus Matt Hardy. They also might be setting up Luchasaurus versus Matt Hardy. One of the two. But anyways, though, this promo was so good. They're finding a way to use Matt Hardy on television while Jeff Hardy is away, so I love that. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this segment?
This was a perfect segment. It showed Christian as a prick, like a huge ass prick, and it's built up the guy to like put over Jungle Boy.
Yeah, I mean, Christian is like the best on the mic right now in AEW except for MJF. He is doing really good. But next up on the show we have is a match announcement for next week's Rampage as Claudio Castagnoli faces Jake Hager. Are you excited for this match? Or next week on Dynamite, I should say.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really good match. But next up we have is Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, a.k.a. Swerve in Our Glory, beating Butcher and the Blade. After the match, Team Taz come out, Young Bucks come out. They set up a triple threat tag team match next week on Dynamite. I'm excited for this match. It's going to be really good. What are your thoughts?
It's going to be a pretty much good triple threat match for next week. Fighter Fest. Most likely the Bucks are going to retain because we're going to see FTR versus the Bucks at All Out. Most likely. And there was a segment before that with Keith and Swerve with it was like Tony Nese and his manager, like Mark Sterling.
Yep. But I love the match. I love the after segment. I'm looking forward to this triple threat tag match. It's going to be really good.
Yeah.
It really is. Mm-hmm. But next up we have is Dark Order coming out to make a promo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is your thoughts on this promo?
That promo was put together. It was the tribute to Brody Lee, the guy that passed away, the leader of Dark Order. This was basically a tribute to Brody Lee, to Brody Lee Jr., to Hubert's family.
Yeah, I really love this promo. I think Dark Order. I'm really looking forward to what Dark Order has next. I personally think that with what's his name, Alan Angels, and I forgot the other one name, but yeah, their contract expired, right? Stu Grayson, there you go. Alan Angels, Stu Grayson, their contract's getting expired. I'm looking forward to seeing what Dark Order has next. I just think that I'm hoping that they can capitalize on Dark Order and not fail it completely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I have to think about this promo. But the next match we have is Lush, aka Roosh, going 1-on-1 against Pentagon from Lucha Brothers. Roosh gets the win. What did you think of this match?
I think this match it's mostly the beginning of this big feud with Roosh, Alnade, and the Lucha Brothers.
Yep. Aren't you looking forward to that tag match? I know I am. But yeah, this one match was really good. They did a really good job.
Yeah.
I personally loved it. So, it's always good to have a good match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also looking forward to seeing what members, if any members, get added to this Rush and Andrade tag team. Maybe it becomes a stable. But next up, after the TNT Championship didn't go enough to the time limit, AEW had more room for another match. So they added to the card the Acclaimed, Colton, and Austin Gunn against Ruffin It, a.k.a. Leon Ruff, and Beer Country, and Fuego del Sol. What do you think of this 8-man tag team match?
It was a pretty good eight-man tag match. It showcased like the gun boys and the Acclaimed, and during the post match we saw the gun club turning heel on the Acclaimed, with Billy Gunn turning on Max Caster and Anthony Bowens.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having the Acclaimed being baby faces. I feel like that could be pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to the Acclaimed having a match against the Gun Club. But yeah, I mean, I could see the Gun Club feuding with Billy Gunn and maybe a partner that they find backstage against, let's say, the Acclaimed and Hookhausen. That could be a good 8-man tag team match. But yeah, I personally love this match. I love that they're setting up a feud between the two teams, and I love that Billy Gunn finally turned against the Acclaimed. So let's go to the next segment. This is where Miro calls out Malachi Black after costing him his championship at Forbidden Door. Are you excited for Miro versus Malachi Black?
Yes, I'm pretty much excited for it. Like Miro versus Malachi Black.
Yeah,
We
that's
still
gonna be
gotta
really
go
good.
behemoths.
Yeah. But our next match is another tag team match. It's Thunderstorm. Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm beats Nyla Rose and Marina Shafir. What did you think of this match?
It was a good women's tag match, and we saw a tag team work of Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm, Thunderstorm. It was pretty much a great tag. They're building towards a women's tag division.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine women's tag team championships
Yeah, I imagine it.
in the future potentially?
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, I'm looking forward to it because AEW people criticize them for having too many championships, but with the roster they have, it's good that they have this many titles. But next up is there was a lot of match announcements for Death Before Dishonor, aka Ring of Honor's next pay-per-view for AEW. I want to see your thoughts on every match one by one. How about Samoa Joe against Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor television title?
But I see more likely like Lethal win the title, but it's still gonna be a good match between two veterans, Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal, who actually wrestled in TNA before. So now they're gonna wrestle each other back like they're in the All-Star and Ring of Honor.
Yep, exactly. But the next match was Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia.
Was the continuing Jericho versus Kingston feud? but still going to be a good feudable matchup for the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. Yuta versus Garcia.
That
It's
is
hard. Yeah,
one. That's one thing I actually forgot to mention was Jericho and Jericho Appreciation Society. Jericho Appreciation Society was actually they distracted Eddie Kingston from the car. They slammed Ruby Soho into the door. So that was really really weird to see actually.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm looking forward. You got to realize that the Blood and Guts wasn't the end to this. It was just the end to that 5-on-5 feud. I think they're gonna have one final match between Jericho and Kingston down the line.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So
yeah.
the next match that was announced was FTR against the Briscoes 2. What do you think of this?
This is going to be like a sequel to the Briscoes and FTR. I see that the Bucks are going to find a way to like sabotage it. Like they're going to try to like mess up, interfere in the match, but most likely FTR are going to retain the belts against Briscoes. Not one.
Yeah, I see FTR retaining.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, we have Jon Moxley, Brody King, interim AEW Championship. What is your thoughts on this?
This was a pretty hard hitting matchup. We saw Moxley, Brody King fight it out. We saw Brody King down, like Moxley working on Brody King's legs, and Brody King fighting hard against Moxley. But all in all, Moxley managed to win the match and retain the title. Like, and they
Yeah,
and Brody King got a little a standing ovation after the match.
Brody King did really good in this match. He did really good. I'm personally looking forward to Brody King and the House of Black probably getting those trios championships, I would guess.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And okay, so what other news do we have for today?
Okay. Here. All right. All right. Let me look up for some news. All right, we got for MLW announced like a new deal to stream broadcast in major markets, including LA, Chicago, Dallas. MLW announced a new agreement with Bein Sports to broadcast MLW streaming and other air channel in major markets, including LA, Chicago, Dallas. MLW continues to announce that Bein Sports, the US TV part, broadcast MLW on streaming over air channel in major markets. Mm-hmm. That means they're gonna be in other channels besides sports bench sports extra. They'll probably it'll be airing on extra Friday nights, 7 p.m. on Fridays, beginning on July 8th, with lineup premiere 24 hours early on bench sports. They're gonna be MLW involved with free 20% English language live sports news, analysts, and highlights channel. Bench Sports Extra brings everyone closer to the game. Bench Sports Extra is available on major streaming services such as Pluto TV, Roku TV, YouTube TV, Sang, TP Plus, Redbox, Cloud TV, TiVo, Visa, Umex TV, and much more, as well as over-air television stations in Los Angeles, Chicago, Philadelphia, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, San Jose, Francisco, Oakland, Atlanta, Mayor, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, San Diego, Salt Lake City, Hartford, Columbus, Las Vegas, Austin, among others. Mm-hmm. This partnership builds on 4-year relationship with Ben and help drive awareness in our fans' ability to access MLW content on multiple platforms. MLW CEO Court Bauer, MLW on Ben Sports Extra give viewers access to MLW streaming services over at our television major market. What do you think of this
Yeah.
big news?
I'm honestly, I'm happy for MLW getting onto a TV stream. I personally think that MLW, they have the potential to be like in 10, yeah, I'll say 10 years. They have potential in 10 years to be one of the most, what's the word I'm looking for? One of the biggest companies in the world. Like, of course, they won't get to AEW, they won't get to WWE, they probably won't even get to New Japan. But them getting to like maybe number 4, that could be really good for the company. I love MLW. I think they do an amazing job. I think that they put on great television. So I'm looking forward to seeing what MLW has next.
There's more news to come about Alice in Danger. They released in October 2021. Danger was hired as the coach at WWE Performance Center after doing a handful of spots. Danger's sister as the Korean wrestler team contributed in January. She was released by the company as part of restructuring the WWE Performance sessions. Danger released. First, Danger began explaining how much she loved going to work at the Performance Center. Even on a bad day, I loved it. Every morning I would show up before I walked through the doors. I would tell myself, I told Steve, I would get to work today, not I had to come to work. I get to come to work even on the hardest days, the roughest days on TV. Like it's a day where things didn't go right. I still went home and tomorrow is going to be a good day. We're going to learn from where we're bad today. Every day I will wake up, throw my press-up shirt on, and be excited to go to work again. Said, discussing her release, Danger reflected on when she got the call. It came out of nowhere for all of us. Some of the coaches got let go were still there. And she actually almost left. He always hated leaving early. It's her kid's new day at the brand new school in Orlando. They never rode a bus for it. KG had a child went to a charter school in Vegas. Never rode the bus. And sad situations like apparently they were being released. Like it affected everyone. Her wife, her husband, her kids are affected by this. Like they had 2 house payments they had to pay for it, and this was bad for them. So
Yeah.
what do you think of the story?
Yeah, it is bad for them. WWE again. I personally think that it's bad for them, but it's also good for her because she finally got to escape. I just think that, the future, I say this to every person who gets released, right? I say, you never know what the future holds for you. So, she could be doing anything going forward. I just think that it's a loss for them.
Yeah, it was painful. And after that, she was mind fucked because WWE basically mind fucked her with that release.
Yep.
Yes.
And that's so mean.
Yeah, and recently Danger was hired as a new coach for the Women's Wrestling Army and will host a seminar on July 9th. So that's some good news for her.
Yep. Very good news.
Yes, all right, it's more news. All right, apparently, in New Japan announces Stardom wrestlers will compete in New Japan of American Rings moving forward. There's more to this. Apparently, during New Japan's business strategy presentation on Thursday, the president Obari revealed that wrestlers from Stardom roster will be competing in Japan America Rings moving forward. This is major news. Stardom reportedly being part of AEW New Japan's Forbidden Door, were confirmed by AEW owner Tony Khan. He said in the post-media scrum there were talks including Stardom on the show, but it did not work out due to them being booked and no longer having existing visas. And New Japan Strong was a backbone for New Japan throughout the pandemic, allowing current IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Jay White and others to compete under the New Japan banner while being unable to travel to Japan. It also presents a New Japan's opportunity to welcome independent contract wrestlers to New Japan in a whole new way. John out built the Tamura rank of the standouts to compete in a New Japan Strong. Both are set to compete in the G1 Climax this month. Stardom are starting to compete in the United States to help bring more eyes to the growing promotion. It will allow Stardom to also follow New Japan's footsteps and work with wrestlers around the scene in the United States, while potentially making relationships with U.S.-based promotions a process, especially like New Japan's with AEW and Impact Wrestling. A month ago, that Stardom announced their first ever joint show for November 20th at the new Arika Arena in Japan during the Bushiroad 50th anniversary press conference, furthering the ratio between two promotions. And it was an announced presentation also that there were 2 mixed tag matches set for New Japan and Stardom show. So what do you think of?
Yeah, I'm happy for New Japan. Getting to travel outside. I personally think that if New Japan were to, let's say, come to America, they would or Stardom, I mean, or both. If they were to come to America for a little bit and just to travel around places like let's say New Japan stars showing up at Impact to do a brand pay-per-view of Impact. Just let's just go off of that. And
Yeah,
let's just say
I'll stop right there about Impact. No, they don't have no appeal to them. The only thing they could do that was AEW because it New Japan don't even want Impact Wrestling at this point. Like,
That's a good point. That's a really
yeah,
good point. Yeah, that's a really good point. All right, fine. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, I agree with you on that one. So let's just say to do another one with AEW. Okay, let's use that as an example. If they go out here and do another with AEW, let's say the main event is your IWGP champ Jay White against CM Punk. I think that if you were to have another show with New Japan going into AEW, not only would it expand New Japan even more, it would open up so much eyes to New Japan just coming to America a lot more. They already have New Japan America weekly on TV. Can you imagine them coming to America, going to a bunch of shows, having let's say New Japan goes to AEW long term. They have a bunch of Forbidden Doors. I'm not saying like a bunch a year. I'm just saying one or two a year. Even having one or two Forbidden Doors at AEW a year, not only could it expand the company, but two, it could open up so much eyes to New Japan in America. So that's my thoughts on it. I personally think that it's gonna work for New Japan.
yeah. There was also news to New Japan returning to UK in October, revealing plans for a new music festival, and NFTs. All right, there's a business announcement also. Japan, yeah, we all know the headlines and announcements. They say they will return to UK in October. There was no exact date was given. They will return to UK. Fans in the Oceania region will also see New Japan in the near future as New Japan's international expansion continues a pace of outside US as well. Plus, New Japan will hold a special G1 event on August 20. Real plans for a music festival this autumn. Newly added to the card was the return GR special. Adjacent card attached to the card take place on August 20th in special location. Part of the TBS Summer Station event. Matches will be held outdoors. Beside the TV Action Studios of Roppongi Hills. She Tanahashi State talk about the event and say it'll be a great chance for non fans to see something going on and stop to check out wrestling for the very first time. Few events are not limited to the ring action. Coming to autumn in Japan will be starting a staging a special music festival. Live fans experience their favorite entrance music, past and present, performed live, well as live music there. We also need to talk seminars with big names. More details are coming out. I also announced that the company will introduce NFT at some point. No specific bets were given. What do you think of this news?
Hey, like I said in the past one, it's good for them. That's all I gotta say. Because if you look at it, right, even with them expanding into all different places, it's really good for them to get more eyes in other places. You know what I mean? It's really good for them. So I'm honestly just happy for them.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Any more news? Let's see.
I actually have some news. Um, Reported on WWE NXT UK this morning. NXT UK champion Ilya Dragunov had to vacate his championship after being another part of the injury curse. Apparently, he has a knee injury. And they're holding an 8-man tournament to decide who will become the new NXT UK champion. So yeah, I just had to get that out because another injury and injury curse out of 70, 80 names that are now injured because I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of injuries going around.
Yeah.
So
There's so many injuries going around.
it's
I don't know
now
what's
it's
going on.
it's now affecting NXT UK.
Yeah. Page card.
Yep. Kinesmith Keshla against Eddie Kingston. Tulip Winter Enterprises against Gresham Moriarty. Deeb and Mercedes Martinez against Sparks and I can't remember the other name. off the top of my head. Christina Marie. There you go. And then
Okay.
Orange Cassidy against Tony Nese.
Okay, let's start with Eddie Kingston and Konosuke Takahashi. Let's start with that. This was going in. It was a great match going in. It was like a King's Road style kind of matchup. Two men fight it out.
A professional wrestling company opening a professional wrestling show with a professional wrestling match. This is really good.
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston gets the win. I honestly am looking forward to where they go from here, but I'm liking it.
Yeah.
Takeshita looked very good in this match.
Yeah, he was. He was looking good. Like Kakashi could be the future TNT champion if they continue building him up.
Yeah.
Because the excursion lasts a year. They want to get most of it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yep. Very true. Very true. Next up is the Gresham Moriarty against Tully Blanchard Enterprises. What did you think of this match?
It was understandably good. It was a good matchup. It was like a matchup for a team for like for the Enterprise. They were the big team most likely coming in to win, and turned on Lee Moriarty, and joined the Tully Blanchard, and the result of that Gresham's gonna wrestle Lee Moriarty on Rampage for the ROH World Champion.
Yes. I'm so happy. Yeah. I personally, excuse me again. I'm personally really much looking forward to this. I think it's gonna be very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving along, we have a backstage interview
Mm-hmm.
with Athena and Chris Statlander. They say they still have their eyes on the TBS Championship and that they won't stop until they get their shot.
Well, this most likely will be related to a triple threat for in night 1 of Vita Fest, or most likely night 2.
Yeah, good point. Moving along, Serena Deeb Mercedes Martinez against Sparks and Marie. What did you think of this?
Just it basically lasted 2.5 minutes. Basically, it was a tag team match for Serena Mercedes, and eventually, the match won when Serena win with the Serenity Lock on Christina Marie, and after the match, Dee clotheslines Martinez and put her in the Serenity Lock. After the bell, Dee breaks hold quickly, holds the Ring of Honor Women's title. It will most likely happen at Death for Dishonor. Serena Dee versus Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the match.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been pretty cool. After the match though, they show off, the couple matches happening at Fyter Fest. We learned that Chris Jericho faced Eddie Kingston in a barbed wire match. What is your thoughts on this?
My thoughts are more blood, more fun.
There it is. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then our main event of the evening, Orange Cassidy versus Tony Nese. What's your thoughts on this main event?
My thoughts on this, it was a good main event. Apparently, it put together. It was like Orange Cassidy versus Tony Nese. It was a stakes. They were up stakes. Like, if Cassidy lost, he had to sign Tony Nese's petition to remove Swerve Strickland from AEW. This was it was also a good return match. Like, that Hansen got involved, hit Mark Sterling in the groin. He cursed Nese and Cassidy hit the orange punch and covered by the 3 count. Orange Cassidy won.
Yeah, good way to end off Rampage.
Yeah.
So what is your overall thoughts on this week's Rampage?
My overall thoughts on this Rampage, it was it was actually a good Rampage.
Yeah, it was really good.
Hmm.
I love. They really made the show good for all the matches that they had. I personally think I didn't really like two heel turns two matches in a row. But if it's setting up storylines, then it's okay. But so now I'll move on to other news. What other news do you have for
All right.
week?
Apparently, Miyu Yamashi earns an AEW Women's Title shot at the TJPW Summer Sun Princess. Thunder Rosa had a new challenger at the TJPW Summer Sun Princess on July 9th. Miyu Yamashi defeated Thunder Rosa singles competition. Reports about Rosa stated if Yamashi wins, she will give her a shot at the AEW Women's Championship when Yamashi came to the United States. The finish saw when Yamashi hit a reverse inside cradle, capturing Rosa for the 3 count, with Yamashi winning. Rosa stuck to her deal, shook hands with Yamashi, and agreed to a future AEW Women's title bout. What do you think of this news?
Hey, I'm looking forward to her challenging Thunder Rosa for the title. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a really good match. I think that she could probably get a good chance to shine in the company. So yeah, I'm happy for her.
yeah, okay. All right, here's more news. It's coming up. Okay, Matt Hardy says that Christian Cage was jealous when we were offered WWE contracts with chair just botching. This is from Matt Hardy's podcast. Apparently, Matt Hardy recalls Christian early jealousy in regards to the success of Hardy Boys. Christian and Hardy have been on opposite sides of the ring more often than not. Turns out this started long before he got to the ring. One another it goes back when Matt and Jeff were given the WWE contracts. Matt reveals on his podcast that Kate Christian was one of the only people to give Hardy Boys any grief for being signed when they were. And Matt Hardy said Christian even claims that cheer when Jeff Hardy slipped and fell during an outside moonsault against Doug Furnas, Philip LaFon on episode Shock on Saturday night. So more says the only person I think will target us more than it was Christian Cage. Yeah, Christian was basically jealous because Hardy's got the contract before him. Edge was more formerly known as Sexton Hardcastle was not that as harsh, but also because he signed before Christian, according to Hardy. And there's more. And on a recent episode of Dynamite, Matt Hardy once again got into with Christian, claiming Christian's in the jungle, but it's at top. Christian fired back, claiming Matt Hardy had no qualms on using his brother, despite his substance abuse issues, to stay relevant in the industry. What do you think of this story?
I mean, to be fair though, I'm looking forward to this Christian Matt Hardy feud because of the fact that they've actually had some kind of beef in actual real life. So I'm actually looking forward to it. I personally think that they're probably gonna have a match. Matt Hardy's probably gonna lose, but I will say this though. We need to give Matt Hardy's props. Even when his brother is going through all this, he still is deciding to wrestle like this. So I'm giving Matt Hardy his props for still going through this. But what are your thoughts on this? And I also think that they've always had a little bit of real life feud in between them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, it is a real life feud going on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So let's go to the other let's go to like what was that? Oh yeah, it was a Shibata I was talking about Will Ospreay Shibata thing. Like Shibata better sign a waiver if he's going to face me. Ospreay had an evening night at Forbidden Door, defeated Cassidy. The match he stole the show. Spray in front of a Shibata. Then from the speaking to Russell In, Ospreay addressed Shibata confronting the Forbidden Door. He felt like he was knocking off his dojo boys, calling him dickhead. He said he let him get one in there as he had a 16-minute bar burner. He was exhausted. He didn't want like Shibata getting his way. The way he sees that he's lucky that Shibata's alive. basically there's some heat. There's gonna be a feud between the two. So, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah. Looks like there is. I personally, there's been a lot of stuff going around between a lot of people, and it's getting a little upsetting because if you look at it, there's been a lot of real life feud between a lot of the people. But with this one, I will say this specifically. I think that this one, it'll probably work out in the end. You know what I mean? Like, like they need to settle out what they're doing here and get professional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I think, though.
Mm-hmm.
What is your thoughts?
My thoughts on this, honestly, my thoughts is that after Tabata and Osprey, they're gonna fight it out. They're gonna fight it out. The match is
Yeah,
gonna happen.
I personally think they're gonna wrestle at Wrestle Kingdom this year.
Yeah. Now some big news. Apparently, this is the big news. WWE's Vince McMahon, we all know he has paid more than $12 million to 4 women in exchange for silence. We all know that.
Oh my God! Here we go again.
Yes, this is more to this. Yes, Vince McMahon has paid $12 million to 4 women for to be hush money to silence them. All because Vince McMahon wants sex. Apparently, it was recently updated on Friday this morning, yesterday, Friday morning. It was like he said, and last night, as I heard, Vince McMahon came to SmackDown says the brief words, then, now, and forever, most word is together. And he says, welcome to SmackDown. He tosses his mic last night. But honestly, he also said that he's pledged his complete cooperation to investigate my special committee. He will do everything possible to support the investigation. And it was in a statement released by a Stanford, Connecticut-based company. But it's gonna be more. There's gonna be, and add to this, what are WWE projects with Netflix and Vince McMahon bio? It got canceled. So this is the first domino knocked down. There's plenty more.
My God, this old mother effer who can't get none from Linda McMahon keeps running around his entire WWE trying to get some from every executive he has. It's so stupid. This man needs to stop what he's doing and realize that he's freaking done here. God damn.
What?
This man needs to be driven out of the company completely immediately. God damn.
I honestly agree with you, but Vince McMahon is not gonna go down without a
Oh
fight.
no, he's gonna give the biggest fight he can possibly give. Freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, he's going to go out big.
Nobody cares that you're old and you want some, Vince McMahon. You need to step back and know your game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And related to this, there was people on Twitter, there were a lot of people on Twitter, they're saying praising Stephanie McMahon, on Twitter. But there was one person on Twitter, this funny pic where he said a pic with somebody with their legs showing, and it says the words, says the guy on Twitter posted a retweet, we worship you. That was a funny tweet.
I bet you anything after that stuff went out yesterday, if Vince McMahon showed up on SmackDown, people would still be bowing down to him.
Yeah, they were pretty much were.
Vince McMahon, first off, Vince McMahon has to realize this. As soon as you get driven out of your goddamn company, you, Mr. Kevin Dunn, out of here. Bruce Pritchard, out of here. Michael Hayes, out of here. People Power, John Laurinaitis, out of here. All those people are going to be gone forever. It's going to be freaking amazing to watch. But as you said before, Richie, he's not going to go down without a massive fight. It's going to be ridiculous, but he can't survive this, can he?
I don't think he'll survive this at this point.
It's ridiculous. Oh my God. But yeah, I cannot believe that. Oh my God. Did you have any other news for today?
That's about it.
Alrighty then.
All right, thank y'all for AgostoAllElite Productions. Thank y'all. This was the season finale of AgostoAllElite Productions. We will see you all next Saturday for season 4. See y'all later. Bye bye.